Hello and welcome. According to the Pathfinder poll application, in this video I will try to review Lumia and Supra projects together. Before starting, we need to know that Lumia was Orion previously, and I have a video in this YouTube channel. It was released around 11 months ago. So this project was containing a concept as all exchanges on a single screen, but later on the team has decided to switch from Orion to Lumia with a new concept. In this video, we will try to understand what Lumia is. We will only mention sometimes Orion, but we need to know the transfer progress, the switching progress is fully solid and the team is not abusing the tokenomics. So let's start with Lumia and Supra. I have my Excel file already. I will go through it, but whenever necessary, we will check the CoinGecko pages and web pages of these projects. So I can close this Orion and let's start. So Lumia is located around 560th place on CoinGecko in ranking, and Supra is located around 360th place on CoinGecko. Both projects are getting fully green marked. They have enough space in front of them to grow in the ranking and price if they work hard, if they get enough attention. So the next criteria is category. Let's try to understand what these projects are in the category part. Let's start with Lumia. So Lumia is telling us the only full cycle RWA, real world assets chain. When we come to this page, we see this slogan, and then when we go down, we can see some explanations. You can read them all, and at the end of the page, we can see the roadmap, the team, the partners, and then there are some links in here, and the product link is not working currently. Blog link is working, and you can get many information from their blog currently. But the most important part right now is its documentation link. When we come to documentation, we can see there is enough information in here, and if we click the architecture, we can go down a little bit, and there is this diagram which is trying to describe the project to us. Lumia has its own chain. It is a layer 2 chain, and it is using the Polygon SDK basically. It is using many features like EVM, Maiden. This is a ZK technology, account abstraction. This is a digital identity technology. With Lumia Stream, there are some extra layers in here. Then the information is being transferred to Ethereum and using some side features as well. So Lumia has its own layer 2 blockchain, and this layer 2 blockchain is basically focused on real world assets. The real world assets value will be transferred to Lumia itself, and then there will be DeFi infrastructure which we can make interactions. So this is what basically Lumia is. But as you can see, the layer 2 chain itself is active, but other than that, the project is in early phases, which we will see in the age in a minute. So this is what basically Lumia is. I am calling it a layer 2 blockchain project basically, but it's focused on real world assets. The next project is Supra. Supra is telling us build super decentralized applications on the all-in-one Supra layer 1. So this project is basically all-in-one layer 1 blockchain project. This is a unique project. On the webpage there are many links. It's a very complex project currently, even it is a very young project. But the most important part on the webpage is when we go down a bit. In here, as you can see, multi-virtual machine. So Supra will support EVM, Move Language, Solana Virtual Machine, and Cosmos Virtual Machine. Native oracles. It will provide like Chainlink, the oracles, which is bringing information from real world onto the chain. Narrative verifiable on-chain randomness. This one is also a random number, a pointer. It's basically working on chain link in the crypto industry. What Supra is telling us, it's going to provide itself. The automation, the cross-chain communication like layer 0 is providing currently. So Supra is basically telling us it's going to provide every feature that a layer 1 blockchain needs by themselves under their own infrastructure. And there is one more important link on the web page currently. If this is a layer 1 project, we need to know what is the situation in the ecosystem. So when we go down a little bit in the ecosystem, as you can see in here, there's an ecosystem directory that everything is telling us that coming soon, coming soon, coming soon, coming soon, coming soon. So the project is in very early phases, but they have already decided what they will bring soon. So we can see the ecosystem elements, but they're not active yet. So with this information, Supra is basically a layer 1 project. Now next criteria is age and circulation. Lumia and Supra, both of them, as you can see, they're very young projects on CoinGecko. Both of them have been under development for a long time. Like Lumia is coming from Orion, and Orion is actually a major project. We can call it major. For Supra, it is a very large scoped project, and it has been under development for the last maybe 1 or 2 years. But for the CoinGecko experience and the exchange listings, they are very young projects with low circulation supplies. Lumia has around 30% and Supra has around 10%. For the exchanges, Lumia has been listed on many exchanges in the crypto industry. Supra is listed on some exchanges, but still enough. So they're getting both fully green mark. For GitHub, I could not find Supra's GitHub. If you know the link, please share. I will be happy. For Lumia, you can write Lumia Crypto GitHub to Google and you will find the GitHub. The situation is moving around middle. Both projects has good shares on Twitter. The posts are coming up regularly, no problem on Twitter. About the scope, Supra scope is already large because the chain itself is working. There are some ecosystem elements and there is a very huge infrastructure. Wherever you go on their webpage, you see something new. So the scope is already large. For Lumia, the layer 2 blockchain is working, but the products are not active yet. That is why the scope is middle currently. Hopefully, it's going to be large in the near future. For both projects, block shares are coming up regularly, and we can get enough information from their blog posts, so they're getting fully green mark. Lumia's YouTube, I could not find it. Please share the link if you know it. For Supra's YouTube, the links are going good. It's getting fully green mark with regular posts on YouTube. For the team, which is very important for both projects because they're young projects, we need to know if the team is capable to handle the things in the project. So both projects getting fully green mark according to their team, because we can find their team members on their web pages for both projects, and we can follow them on YouTube interviews as well. They are really active. So we have tried to check the basics. Let's now give some comments for both projects. For Lumia and Supra, both of them, the competition is really, really high. But of course, the competition concept is different. For Lumia, the competition is coming from basically real-world assets. So nowadays, many real-world assets projects are on the horizon. They're coming soon. So I have released a video 3 days ago about a project called RWA. So it is basically a real-world assets project. And around 1 month ago, I have reviewed a project named as Sparkle. So that project is also a real-world assets DeFi project, and their applications are basically working. So Lumia is getting into a high competition area. But the positive part for Lumia is Lumia has an experienced team coming from Orion, and again coming with SDKs from the previous years, coming with partners. And also Lumia has its own layer 2 differently than the other real world assets project. Of course, some of them has their own layer 1s, layer 2s, but Lumia has a unique layer 2 which is using the Polygon SDK, which has potential. So for Supra, competition is different. Supra is providing all-in-one layer 1 blockchain. The competition is being happening basically with all other layer 1s and plus Chainlink and some projects with like working like Chainlink because Supra is trying to handle everything under itself, and Layer Zero also is coming into the competition. Solana, Cosmos, etc. All these projects are creating a competition area for Supra since Supra is trying to provide everything under itself. So this is a huge play. This is a very big project entrance. So, but the good point is Supra has its own innovative infrastructure. All these features are working together and they are able to connect the competitors' infrastructures. Plus, Supra has its own unique features which I have not mentioned in this video because they're very complex. For example, they have some features like using the decentralized exchange liquidity pools as the lending protocols and staking protocols, etc. So there are some good innovative infrastructure features in this project other than the large scope of this project. So the positive part is innovation. And for both projects, since the teams are good, they have the potential to bring the products working for real. So we have tried to understand the basics and we have tried to give some comments. Let's now try to analyze the projects price-wise. So for Lumia, if we are entering a huge bull market, of course the price will jump at some point. After the bull market, of course the price will go down. But the main question is, does it have a potential to go lower than the point it has started or stay above? So this project has a potential to do both ways because the circulation supply is currently low and the products are not active yet. We need to see after some time if the products are coming, the circulation supply is moving stable in a stable way, things are going well or not. We need to follow the project. Both sides are potential for this project. In the bull run, this project has another potential if the real-world assets category gets too much attention, becomes a trend, the jump can be significant. This project has a potential to do this, but we are not sure on that one, of course. If we are not in a bull market, I expect a price drop slowly, not a huge price drop. The position on CoinGecko is the ranking is around 560. I assume this project can move between 400 and 700 for some time in a short and middle term. So even if it grows more than 400, I think it can go back inside of this range for short term and middle term. But after middle term, we need to check the project again when the circulation supply situation gets better. If we see the products are working great, and if we see they have started to add new features on their layer 2 infrastructure, then we can expect a move more than 400 and a potential to move towards top 100. But to go inside top 100 and stay inside of top 100 for a project as this one with layer 2 real world assets DeFi, the competition is extremely high. So we need to check the project again after middle term, for example, 1 year later. We need to check the project again to understand what's going on. So these are my comments in price-wise for this project. For Supra, of course, if we are entering a bull market, the price will jump at some point and then it's going to drop again. I do not think this project has a potential to have a significant short time jump like Lumia has, because Lumia is using the real world asset trends if possible. For Supra, things are different. Supra is a very large scope project like internet computer. This project is trying to go to top 10. The concept is extremely large, so we need to understand what this project can do in a short term, middle term, and a long term. And we have an example as an internet computer in front of us. So in the bull market, after the price jump, after the bull market, when the bear market arrives, there is a potential for this project to go lower in the price because the circulation supply is extremely low right now and the project's scope is extremely large. It means that things are very hard to develop on this project and there is always a hack possibility also. So we need to keep an eye on these things. So it has a potential to stay above, but most likely if a hard bear market hits, this project has a potential to go a little bit lower than the current situation after the jump. If we are in a bear market or sideways market, I do not think the price drops will be significantly. A slow price drop can happen on this project. And according to their ranking location, 350 on CoinGecko. So we have an example in front of us. Internet computer. It has started with a very, very large scope and huge investment. It has started its own way around 40s on CoinGecko and then it dropped and the investors were very sad. After 4 or 5 years, the project came back because now the products are working in a full manner and the project can catch the trends in the crypto industry. And even everything is good right now. Internet computer is still not inside of top 10. So this thing is extremely hard. We need to know it. So for Supra, a very innovative large scope layer 1 project, I expect move for this project in a short and middle term between 200 and 500. So there is a potential to go more than 200 for this project. It can get closer to top 100. It can move between 100 and 500. This is also possible, but I do not expect this project to stay inside of top 100 for a long time. Even if it goes inside top 100, it's gonna drop back. But in this duration, short term and middle term, we need to follow the project if things are going well, if the ecosystem works really great, if the features that the project will provide is coming for real. If everything goes well, if the ecosystem gets larger enough, then we can expect a jump into the top 100. But this can only happen in long term. We need to check the project 1 or 2 years later again to see if this is possible or not. So going inside top 10 is extremely hard. I'm not mentioning about that. First, we need to understand that is top 100 possible. So for this project, that is all I can say. And please do not forget, I am not a financial advisor and things are not financial advice that I tell in the videos. If you have questions, please leave a comment. I will try to answer and hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.